So it's summer's almost over, and I've made quite a bit of progress on the 1JZ project. So I figured I'd film a little video since I haven't done a video in quite a while on the car. So I'm going to give you guys a little update on the IS300 as well as some other things that are going on in the garage here. So the exhaust was done. Since I left off on the last video, I think we did the wiring and I got it running. I had the exhaust done. I dropped it off to a buddy who's a fabricator, and he fabricated a really nice downpipe for me. In addition to that, this intake that I decided to use is just a IS300 intake off eBay. I think it was $40 shipped, and it accepts the newer JZX110 and JZS171 mass airflow sensor. So that's a cheap option for an intake. You can also use the stock airbox in the same location, which is also an option to save some money, but I wanted to have cool intake noises and stuff, so I decided to upgrade to that mandrel bent intake. My intercooler is just a standard eBay intercooler that I got, well, I think it was from Amazon. It was $40 shipped, and then the piping kit that I purchased in black was, I think it was $80 for the piping. I had to order these 90-degree couplers because I don't remember what size they were or anything, but the general intercooler kit does not include the proper size couplers to reduce down to my 2.5-inch piping. In addition to that, I also had to order, let's see, one of these little I had to order two of these little U-shaped pipes for going around the core support because my kit didn't come with them. So if you purchase an intercooler kit, make sure that you get them, or get a kit that includes those, because I think for like $10 more I could have got a kit that included those, and I was cheap, and I basically just ordered the cheapest one available. Other than that, Supra upper radiator hose from the local auto parts store. I'm using the stock lower hose. Had to get rid of my fans. The stock fans are gone, so I have just these little slim fans out here that I still need to wire in. So I downgraded my cooling system, which is kind of a bummer, but this is a coil radiator, so you know it should cool all right. At least I hope it will. This is the one that came with the car actually, so it's pretty beat up. It was in a front-end collision, so I don't know. I'm gonna watch the temps and make sure it does all right. If not, I'll buy a new radiator. But the stock Toyota radiator should do fine. The power steering is not finished yet. This is a reservoir out of a Celica or a Corolla with the 1ZZ. I was looking at my old Corolla, and it looked like it would work, so I went to the junkyard and got one of these. The bracket actually will work. I just have this zip tied right here right now, but the bracket that is in I got it out of a Corolla. The bracket is really nice, and you can modify it, and I'm going to modify it to attach to this bolt right here for the upper strut mount, so it's not zip tied anymore, and it'll sit more flush and it'll sit level and everything. The feed hose is just general fuel hose, and the return hose was one that I went to my auto parts store locally, and I found one that had a nice 90-degree bend here, and I just bought it. I think it was like $20, and it works. So that's the current status of the 1JZ swap. It starts, it runs, however it's in a limp mode, and I'll show you guys that in a moment here. Let me show you guys my exhaust on it so you guys can get an idea of what I did for a downpipe. I had a pretty good idea where I couldn't find a downpipe, and I was trying to save money, so rather than buying a flex section, the bungs, the pipes, the bends, and everything like that, I actually just ordered a downpipe for a 1.8T A4 or a 1.8T Jetta. I don't remember exactly which one I purchased. I think it was for a Jetta, but the A4 makes sense because the turbo is on the same side of the engine bay on an A4. So I don't know. I just ordered a generic downpipe, and it was the cheapest downpipe on eBay. I think it was like $50 shipped to my door, and it had a flex section, 2 O2 sensor bungs, and the bends that actually worked out really well for the downpipe. Here's the best shot I'm going to be able to get of the downpipe right now. This is a 1.8T Jetta downpipe. And the reason I purchased it was, or I believe it's an Audi A4 1.8T downpipe, I'm not 100% sure. But I purchased this downpipe because piecing together a flex section, the bungs, and the bends, it was cheap. In addition to that, the interior is still tore apart here, but I haven't installed my hydro, but I do have I relocated my Willwood proportioning valve into the interior so that I could tune my rear brakes while driving, which is going to be really nice. That was recommended to me by a friend. So the hydro is still going to go in this general area. It's just not going to be done probably this summer. It's going to be something I'm going to do over the winter. I just have an event coming up and I need to get this thing running and driving and drifting. So stock e-brake for now, and I will upgrade to the hydro over the next winter. But I have brakes, all the brakes are bled. The ABS delete is complete. So I figured now I'd just show you guys the car does start and run. I'll give it a little rev, and then I'm going to show you guys the problem that I'm having right now that I'm currently working on fixing. Kind of has a little misfire. It does start, fires right up, runs well. Airflow sensor issue. So in addition to that, you can disconnect the battery. I actually just reconnected it there, and the car will run a lot better for a moment until the ECU learns the problem and then derates the engine and goes into limp mode. You can see it's running a lot smoother, and it'll rev up a lot better. So it does run well, and I got the mass disconnected, so I think that this entire issue is completely related to the mass airflow sensor actually. So I think once the ECU realizes that either the mass airflow sensor is bad, or I may have made a mistake in the wiring. I'm not sure yet. I haven't diagnosed the issue yet, but I think the ECU just derates itself. The last cut that I showed you there was the car after I pulled it out of the garage and drove it around and pulled it back in, and it barely ran. So I think it's related to a mass airflow sensor. I'm going to order another one. There is the part number, right? Where's the camera at? Right there. Not going to focus. There's a part number for the mass airflow sensor right there. It's the 220446020. You can get these mass airflow sensors off other vehicles. They came on some Mazdas, they came on some Subarus. I believe certain year LS 400s came with these mass airflow sensors. And you can get the OEM Toyota ones, or the OEM ones from the junkyard. The Denso ones, which is what I'm going to get. And you can also get these aftermarket ones for like 20 bucks on eBay. So I might actually order both of them and see if they work, because 20 bucks is 20 bucks. I can throw it in my toolbox or bring it to the track if I need it. But yeah, that's the current status of the project. Just got to fix that bug, and then I'm good. I got to install my angle kit. The BN Sports kit is thrashed, so I'm actually going to take it off and I'm going to fix it over the winter. So I'm going to go back to stock body, which is going to make the Euro lines look kind of weird, but it is what it is. So in addition to the IS getting some work done, I did recently acquire a new daily driver. This is my new daily here. This is a 2006 LS 430, and it's a facelift version. I've always wanted one of these cars. I've always loved these cars, and it was my goal to grab one of these this summer. So I sold my Tundra, I sold my Winter Beater, Corolla all-wheel drive, and I sold the LS 400 that I had, and I picked this up, as well as getting the lift installed. I picked this car up as a daily. This is a 06 with, it had 190K on it, and it is the modern luxury package. Took me a while to find one. I wanted silver and I had to have black interior, so I ended up driving about 2.5 hours to Chicago for this car. Got it from the original owner. It is a modern luxury, even though it looks like an ultra luxury. The previous owner, the original owner, optioned out the ultra luxury 18-inch wheels, which is super cool. Even though they're chrome, and Chicago winters have them, well, just this one is really pitted. The rest of them are actually really nice. But the car is in great shape. A couple flaws, you know, it has 190K on it, but it's a nice car. I love this thing. I've always wanted one of these cars. The seat's all tore up from him throwing his briefcase on every day. He was an insurance, or he owned an insurance company, really well-off dude. And the rest of the interior is literally in excellent condition. I love this car. So plans for this car are, I'm actually going to lower it and put it on wheels, and other than that, it's going to stay relatively stock. What I've done to it so far is I cleaned up the headlights a little bit because they're a little faded. This entire section of the bumper right here was actually smashed in. You can see there's a cut in the bumper here, and the whole corner was pushed in, which is why I got the car so cheap. And I got it home and I planned on buying a new bumper for it, and I tore the bumper off, and I actually found the fog light was inside the bumper. The tabs weren't broken, so I just basically massaged the bumper back, a lot of touch-up paint, and that's how she looks. There's grass all over it because I just mowed my lawn, but other than that, I polished the headlights up, got them looking back to the normal Lexus luxury green, so those are looking clean. And the grill, the center section of the grill this is normally gunmetal, and it was all flaking out, so I tore it all apart and I repainted it black. Now I'm not sure how I feel about the black. I feel it makes the car look a little bit older, so that kind of backfired on me. I may take the grill back apart and paint it the regular like gunmetal color, because I feel like with the black grill it makes it look like the non-facelift models, and I really wanted the 04 to 06 just because the wheels are better, the front end is better, it's got the LED 50/50 tails in the rear. Like the 04 to 06 is really the one to have, and it's going to have better options and everything too. But yeah, this is definitely a bucket list car. I don't plan on getting rid of this thing anytime soon. These are amazing cars, and they're excellent value in the used market right now. I don't even want to tell you guys what I paid for this thing. I got it for a steal. In addition to that, my wife got a new car. This is a 2013 GS350 all-wheel drive. Just getting it up on the lift here, checking it out. Actually, I'm installing a lip right here, so I'll do a little quick review on this eBay lip right here. So this is just a eBay lip. It was actually pretty expensive for eBay lips, and it's actually pretty poor quality in comparison to a normal eBay lip. The plastic, it's not like the flexible plastic like you get on like the Honda lips. It's like, you can tell this thing is gonna just shatter if it hits anything. It's really poor quality. But the fitment seems good, so this is an idea of what it's gonna look like here. Obviously it's gonna tuck up. It's gonna tuck up in there, so I'll give you guys a quick review and show you what that's gonna look like. But 2013 Lexus GS350, these cars are amazing. Her Venza had a tree fall on it, and it got totaled out. So this is what we ended up getting. These cars are excellent. I'm so glad that I showed her one and kind of had to do a little convincing, but she's happy with it now. The white is so nice. It gets dirty, but it's nice. But optional rear wing. Yeah, it's just these cars are amazing. So it's got the nice exhaust exit there, the gunmetal wheels, man, these cars are great. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little video here. I'll finish up this, and I'll finish up this little project, show you what it looks like. Alright, there's the finished product of the eBay GS350 front lip. I think it made the front end look a lot more aggressive. Can't really tell in the lighting, but it's not very good quality, but it's very well attached, so I don't think that it's gonna go anywhere. It's kind of like a splitter actually, not really a lip, but I think it looks cool. That's a better angle to show you what it looks like. So yeah, just an update in the garage tonight. The IS is running. Just got some bugs to work out. Got a new project, the LS430. LS is going to get modified probably over the winter. Right now it's just a daily. I got these, I traded some work Lowenharts for these XXRs, so these are probably going to end up on the LS 430, but I don't like the black centers, so I don't know what we're going to do there. So stay tuned for some more content, guys. I'm going to let you guys know what I find with the drivability issues in the IS 300, and give me a like.